My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up.
Oh, we gonna have a good time. We gonna have a good time.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Listen up. Thursday's the new Friday. Falcon made it just in time. I mean, you backstage, I saw you enter backstage as the intro was playing. How you doing, good fella?
Doing great. How are you doing there, Mr. Gamble guy?
Living the dream. Thursday's the new Friday. Trying to stay alive as we were talking on the phone. Getting old's great.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Maybe I need to eat more eggs. This is what just happened. Thursdays at 6:30. I went solo last week, so it's good to have an old friend back. I don't think the old friend's seen the new studio, the new setup on camera, but some things remain the same. I got the Creature, the Guinness. What do you got? A nice tap water, a nice seltzer?
A nice tap water.
It never hurts to slow down once in a while. It never hurts. All right. Well, you missed last week, but you had a good cause. It was your birthday and your son's opening season lacrosse match, which they took one on the chin, but they won last night, right?
Yep. Yeah, they beat a real good Brighton team last night. Their varsity B team. They have two varsity teams.
Jeez.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. They're really good lacrosse school. It's the same school that they had to get by in the Elite Eight to make it to the Final Four in hockey. It's the same school. That school is just a dominant power in all sports.
Well, I'd sing happy birthday to you, but the happy birthday statute of limitations is 2 days, and it's been 7 since your birthday. So no offense.
hey, no offense. None taken, and it's all good.
Well, before we get into it, we have a lot of topics as usual. If you're watching on YouTube or X, please chime in. We're also live on Roku and Fire TV apps, our streaming apps. We've added Channel 2, the Sports Forum. Riggs and the guys are absolutely killing it. I know they put out a Masters show yesterday, a Major League Baseball betting show today. They got a gambling show tomorrow. Check them out. And also my last plug, we are sponsored by my bookie, promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces. Get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. Do it today. Hey-oh. All right. And our ticketing platform, which I think actually, not to be an infomercial, but Falcon, you bought Red Wings tickets last Sunday at 12ozsports.com/tickets. Did you not?
I did so. I took my two kids down to the Wings versus Florida Panthers game. So it was a fantastic time.
I actually meant to have you text me a picture of your view so we could promote it online, but oh well, I forgot to. So
Yeah, you know.
hey, did you hear LeBron's got a Ken doll?
A what?
A Ken doll.
Oh, nice.
What just happened?
What?
This epitomizes this show in a nutshell. What just happened? LeBron's the first athlete to ever receive his own Ken doll. Something tells me, and just knowing LeBron, he probably begged for it.
Oh my God. I don't think you'd be too far off on that one.
In the order of people that love LeBron, number 1 is LeBron. Number 2 is Michael Carvelis from 12 Ounce Sports. That's the order of people that love LeBron. But he got his own Ken doll. Like, the what just happened is just that headline alone. But also, like, is anybody going to play with this? You have a little girl. Does she give 2 craps about LeBron? And would she play with the LeBron Ken doll?
I mean, I guess if it's somebody new into the party, why not? I mean, my daughter would have liked it. I know that, but wouldn't have cared that it was LeBron though.
Oh, so she would like any new Ken doll that came
Yeah,
out.
she would like any new Ken doll, probably. Yep, just to bring to the party.
The fact that it's LeBron, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
I wonder what our Ken dolls would look. I wonder if I would have a little gut,
Yeah, mine's got a cane and goes, yeah.
Maybe I have the Gamble Guy cigar hanging. Can they put a cigar in a Ken doll mouth?
I mean, why not?
They probably do whatever they want.
Yeah, fuck it.
I know you would like this topic. What are you supposed to do? Because this happened in today's Guardians game. Guardians are on a little bit of a heater right now after they took a couple on the chin out west. First of all, did you see the home opener? They beat the White Sox on a true walk-off. Bases loaded, no score, bottom of the ninth, walked the guy home. It's a true walk-off. I don't know if you saw this today, Falcon. You were working like normal people. But this happened at first base. The Guardians won again today. This happened at first base. Turned his ankle.
Ooh.
He's hurt. Santana tags him, okay?
Yep.
Does anything stick out to you as weird other than the injured leg?
No. No, not really. Nothing.
So, here's the turn. Ouch.
Yeah, that's an ouch. Oh, yeah. Ugh.
And he, of course, rolls off the bag, and then Santana tags him.
Yep.
Okay, why am I bringing this up? Now,
no idea.
I know there's one in every group, okay? It doesn't mean this is the squeaky wheel gets the grease. All right. You could be one person out of 100 that complains, and then people will change policy for you. Not that there's a policy change coming from this. I saw a guy online today after Reflog McNeil, he's famous in Cleveland for being on Twitter, posted this video. It said that was unsportsmanlike for Santana to tag him out. What just happened? What just
unsportsmanlike?
Happened? Unsportsmanlike. People were like, "What's he supposed to do?" And the guy was responding to everybody. He's like, "He could have called timeout." What? What just happened? Like,
no.
And then Falcon, the guy doubled down. He's like, "This is the second time in 2 days that an Indians player has done this," because the other day in a tie game, a White Sox runner hurt himself running the home, and the catcher tagged him out. And somebody replied, "Oh, the other day you wanted them to just let the White Sox tie the game up. It was the Guardians were winning by 1. You wanted them to let the guy tie the game up just because you think it's unsportsmanlike to tag a guy out that just got hurt." Like, what are we talking about here?
What is really?
That's what we've come to. Again, it's one guy, but I mean,
but still, there's one guy. That means there's other people out there that feel the same way, right? It's a representative. All you do is, project that out to the entire population. you probably have a 10% of the population sort of thing that probably feels the same way.
Well, the guy got hurt. You should have just let him be safe and call timeout, man. Everybody just get along. Like, that's so stupid.
It is. It's so stupid. Guess what? The ball is not dead. The play is still alive.
Yeah.
And whatever. Sorry that the dude was hurt, but that's just
These
part
people-
of the game, brother.
These people are getting paid to play this sport. It's not Little League.
Right.
We're not all going to the Dairy Queen afterwards together. They're getting paid to get people out.
Right. Exactly.
Get over it. All right. Our first topic that might spark some conversation, because I'm going to pull in a local Ohio story after we get over the national story, international story of this. You're yawning. Holy crap. Because I need your opinion here. All right. Denver fired their coach. They're in 4th place. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to pull up a couple things for you. It's Michael Malone. I listened to Rome on 12-ounce sports. They were reeling a little bit. They're still in 4th place. They're going to make the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. They have Jokic, one of the best players in the league. They're going to be fine. They hit a rough patch, and then the GM or the upper management said, we want to go in a different direction. We're getting rid of this coach. What's your opinion here? Like, do you do that to a 4th place team this late? I mean, they literally have like 2 weeks left in the regular season. Do you do that? Like, could that? Now, I got to give you the spoiler alert. Jokic doesn't think it's a bad thing. He think it may have galvanized the team, got the team together. But in theory, I feel like if you do this 10 times, fire a coach of a team, you're in a playoff spot, you're going to make the playoffs this late in the season. I feel like 7 or 8 times out of 10, it's going to backfire on you. Like, what's your feeling on this?
Yeah, I would say 9 out of 10 times it's going to backfire on you because you've gone through, like, at this point, how many weeks of the season are left? 2 weeks at most? A week and a half? What is it, like 10 days? Oh, where'd you go? Am I live right now? Well, anyway.
So I did this. So my mouse.
What are you doing?
My mouse, I'm sorry. My mouse has a button that if I bump it, it takes me out of the studio. I got to fix that eventually.
Oh, so well, just so you know, while you're out of the studio, I'm like, hey, is it just me now? Is it? I'm like looking at it, I was confused because I want to, am I still live?
The problem is all my videos and images went away, so I have to add them as we talk about them. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever that means. I don't even know. Anyways, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times it's going to backfire. There's what, 10 days left? I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks left in the season, whatever the time period is. That's not much time, and you're going into the playoffs at this point in time. Unless it's like, I think the last playoff team, the last part, like you could fire a coach and it would be beneficial, is probably like early March. Would be my guess, right? Like you could go on a heater then from that point in the season on and go really strong and maybe make a real strong push to the playoffs. Personally, I don't, they're going to probably get bounced in the first or second round and call it good this year. I mean, that's what's going to really happen. It's not going to make them go a deep push.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, kind of bring it home to you. It's like if your son's team was, going to be a 2 seed in the local hockey tournament and, somebody was upset at the coach, like, oh, we've lost 2 in a row. We got to get rid of him. Like that late in the season, really? You're not going to let him finish out the season?
Right. Yeah, I mean, you got to let him ride out the season, see what happens, right? Because maybe they make a strong corral push. Maybe, he finds some things and whatever, and like, okay, cool, we'll keep on you. But if he doesn't, then you chop it at the end of the season and start over next season. It doesn't do you any good right now.
No, and it reminds me of who was they were the Indians at the time. They had a coach, late in the season that we got rid of that we were actually doing pretty well. It's been It was before Francona, so I'm not going to remember. But one of the reasons I wanted to bring up the Denver coach is I wanted to bring up a local story, and I apologize to the viewers. It might not mean anything to you, but this is kind of a wild story that West Branch High School, which you know them, right? Yeah, you with
Okay.
me?
Yep.
Yeah, you know them. Their coach went 22-4 this past season in Ohio. It's up by the green, like the Akron Canton Airport is, West Branch is east of that, but I kind of give you a point of reference on the map. He went 22-4. All right. I think it's the best season of the school in girls basketball. Then all of a sudden, after the season, the school board said, we want this program to go in a different direction. We're getting rid of him. And the community's like, what the hell? What just happened? What are you talking about? Like different direction. He went 22-4. What direction are you trying to go? Lose? So they were going to have a school board meeting, and then they quickly caught wind that the school board meeting was going to go south. The entire community was going to attend it, and they were going to just lambast the school board. So they canceled it.
Oh boy.
After they canceled it, they came out with a press release, which Jordan Miller News does a great job. He's a local guy here near Canton, Ohio. He got a hold of it. He posted it. Then they go into this diatribe, a whole different story. Where our job is to protect and nurture these kids and make sure they're in a safe environment. So then you're like, oh my God, was this coach doing something inappropriate? No, what he did was two prominent members of the community. This is as old as time, probably some on the board. This is the rumors online. I've been reading Facebook all morning about this because this is crazy. Said they felt their daughters should have played more. So now they're raising a private stink and coming up with excuses of why they should get rid of the coach. What the hell just happened? 22-4. He didn't.
Wow.
He didn't.
So we have we have butthurt board members because their kids weren't good enough to get the playing time, and now you're going to fire the coach. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. This is actually happening at West Branch, and he didn't have any inappropriate contact with a child.
A different direction. We want to suck more. We want to make sure our board members, kids, get the most playing time.
And honestly, based off of all the people publicly saying, you can see their name, they're not hiding anything, saying this guy didn't even really scream, because I know in modern day you're not allowed to yell as a coach. It had nothing to do with that. It was literally the school's not really saying what happened, but a couple people came out, not afraid to reveal their identity, and said there's two prominent members of the community that felt their daughter should have played more, and that this guy plays favoritism. But he went 22-4. I think he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
So,
yeah, no, that's definitely what just happened. Like, I don't get it.
That's why I wanted to bring up the Denver coach. Like, sometimes I think the wrong people are in charge. If the coach is having success, he's not molesting players. He's not beating the shit out of the players. Maybe he yells once in a while. Should he not continue, or she not continue the coach? We're going to keep letting these idiots that don't know what they're talking about get rid of people.
It's so stupid.
What just happened? What just happened? I know you don't give a shit. Hey,
no, I do.
Hey, did you see the Pirates Cardinals looking like little league teams?
Nope.
You didn't see this. So I got to pull them up one by one. Like I told you, when I accidentally left the studio, it made me. Here we go. It's going to come right up.
It is. Oh.
Popped it up. Bart didn't know where.
There was a routine pop-up. Oh, boy. Now watch this. He's still out at home.
What?
And the guy's hurt. So it was a routine pop-up. Nobody knows who's taking it. First baseman got very aggressive. Third baseman's Johnny on the spot.
That's amazing.
And then we got a hurt guy.
The
funny
catcher.
The funny part about this is I'm I'm also a Pirates fan. I love Paul Skeens. Guardians, my number one love, but the Pirates were the team that went viral last year because they got in this weird rundown between first and home that let a guy score from third. It's just like, and that was early in the season too.
Yeah, maybe it's the early season jitters here. I forgot how to play baseball a little bit.
What's your most embarrassing baseball moment?
Mine? I am
You got none.
none.
Got none. All right. We are
What's yours?
it's not funny. Just, blowing my wad on the mound and giving up too many runs.
Well, I can tell you the last time I pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in with the bases loaded in Little League. So my first year in Little League. And we were playing Waynesburg. And the batter I was facing was Lamont Barrino. And and I remember I had 2 strikes on him as I threw him right down the middle. And launched another one right down the middle, and he sent it into the tennis courts.
I like that you brought up Little League because my caption said Little League. So
that's what kind of prompted me, because I was like, really, one of the last times I played baseball was during Little League. Because I didn't play at hot stove level because I didn't make the team because I couldn't hit. I could do everything else, but I couldn't hit.
Well, hopefully we're not boring the crowd. You've yawned twice. I feel like I'm boring you, but
yeah, you're pretty boring. You already know I woke up, I fell asleep, so my energy level was a little down today.
If you're watching on YouTube or X, chime in, wake us up. Here we go. Luka's return has Cuban fuming. Luka Doncic got traded from the Mavs to the Lakers, and then Anthony Davis went to the Mavs, obviously. The fans have been livid at the GM, Nico, for the Mavs. In fact, the Mavs, soon after this trade, were caught on camera escorting fans out for trying to start chants of fire Nico. While Luka returned to Dallas, I think it was last night, maybe the night before, he went off, by the way. He had 45 points. The Lakers won. But watch Mark Cuban, who has been in the news before the election, more about the election and his openness of being in support of Kamala Harris. And I'm not taking a side. I'm just saying he kind of went low. He laid low for a while after the election. Now he's on camera. This is his reaction to the crowd. Like, I kind of like that he wears his heart on his sleeve, but you let your best player be traded. And, and he's going off. He's made the Lakers a legit title contender. And you're wondering why your fans are upset and want your GM fired for trading him away. Trading him away for an aging center who's always hurt and got hurt in his first game for your franchise. Why are you so upset, Mark Cuban? I don't understand.
Right. I mean, put yourself in the fans' fucking shoes. Another billionaire out of touch with the common people. 100%. Doesn't matter what the guy spews, he's out of touch with reality.
You can't censor your fans. They're paying to be there.
Right. Exactly.
9 times out of 10, your arena, stadium, field, whatever's built off the taxpayers' money without a vote. They buy the merchandise. They buy the tickets. Essentially, you're a public official. Congratulations for being a billionaire, Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
And congratulations for having the money to buy an NBA team. But without the fans, you don't have shit. You have money from TV deals, but you know how long that's going to last if ESPN or whoever has NBA rights is showing Mavs games to an empty stadium? They're going to stop filming the games. So you need these fans They're upset that you traded away your best player who's going off for the Lakers and your team's sinking down the standings, and he's got that reaction. He should be standing up chanting with the fans.
Exactly. That's exactly what he should be doing. Oh my gosh.
The reason he's not is he allowed the trade ultimately. Well, he's not even full owner anymore. He sold a lot of his stake. But what's he so upset about? What do you think the fans are going to say?
Right. Again, put yourself in the fans' shoes. That's all you got to do. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Like literally, like if they don't make that trade, Dallas has a legitimate chance, right? As one of the top 4 teams, 4 to 5 teams probably to win an NBA title is what I would say. They were odds-on favorite to be one of the top 4 or 5, and anything can happen in the playoffs. Once they made that trade, that went away.
I think Kyrie got banged up after Luka got traded, but I don't understand. Like,
still,
your GM made a monumentally bad trade. That was proven in day one when Anthony Davis got hurt after he had a really good half. But like, I like how you said that. He had a really good half. I just find it funny that this is his reaction. Like, he's in disgust that the fans are chanting "Fire Nico."
Right. Guess what? They have the right to chant that. It's called.
Look how mad he looks right there. Look how mad he looks. Your GM made a piss poor move. I wonder how these people get into these positions of power in these pro leagues. They make such terrible moves. The Browns signed Deshaun Watson. Nobody thought that was a good idea.
No.
He had been in and out of court he hadn't been on a football field for over a year, and he was in sexual assault cases. Like, let's sign this guy. He'll save our franchise.
Right. Sounds like a good idea. Let's just get rid of all of our draft picks for the next 3 years and make him the highest paid player in the history of the NFL. Oh, and it's all fully guaranteed. There's nothing to go wrong with that.
What just happened? Oh my God. Falcon, 12 Ounce Sports has some college partnerships, and Illinois Wesleyan has been doing a great job. We had a baseball game and a lacrosse game last night live on 12 Ounce Sports. Well, we've done Lehman College games. They're in the Bronx, and we almost did their baseball game, but their camera is in a terrible spot. You can't see what's going on.
Oh, no.
We didn't know. 12 Ounce Sports didn't know, but maybe we should have taken the terrible camera angle, because apparently it was a historic matchup with Yeshiva University. And the reason is it university. It's a modern Orthodox Jewish school, Yeshiva University. The reason it was a monumental game, Falcon, and it was a doubleheader, is because Lehman had a 42-game losing streak, and Yeshiva University had a 99-game losing streak coming into the game. It's the first time, I think, in college baseball history, 2 teams played with a combined 141-game losing streak. Now,
and going to 18 innings and it was 1-0.
Hold on, this gets better. It was a doubleheader, okay? In poetic justice, Lehman won the first game, which put Yeshiva's losing streak to 100, and Yeshiva won the second game. But yes, the reason I was laughing is the first game did go to extra innings.
Of course it did.
It went to it said extra inning victory. Why aren't they saying it in this article?
It should be in the box score right there on your little screenshot.
That's a screenshot. I can't pull up the box score.
Oh, I didn't know if you had the okay. Yeah, I got you.
I think it was only 10 innings, but
still.
I almost wish I would have showed the game last night on 12 on Sports, but I just didn't like the camera angle. And I'm like, oh, nobody's going to watch this. I didn't know it was a historical game.
I mean, did you say Shiva? Is that how you say it?
Yeshiva. Yeshiva. I think it's a Jewish word. They're an Orthodox Jewish university. Layman's in the Bronx.
So kudos to both programs. You know, we got Yeshiva to the vaunted 100 in a row loss column, and then ended the streaks. I think that's.
I actually think it's kind of cool that Layman won the first one and made Yeshiva have a 100-game losing streak before Yeshiva broke the losing streak.
Yeah. Woo!
A side note. Yeshiva's got another double header tomorrow. I might have to see if they can start a win streak. I might have to tune into that. Oh my, we have a comment. Look at some scores from Yeshiva's schedule this year. Oh, we might have to look at.
Who's that guy?
I do know that they had like a couple games. We're gonna look this up real quick since he said that. None of these colleges care about athletics because it's impossible to find their athletics.
Well, I mean, it's Division III, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's impossible to find their athletics pages. There we go. So let's look at their baseball scores, men schedule. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Thanks, Joe Lay, for writing in. Well, the first doubleheader against SUNY Polytechnic Institute was postponed. I don't know why. Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts canceled. Woo! They had a doubleheader against Western Connecticut State, February 28th. Falcon.
Yeah.
They lost. They lost 36-0. And then in game 2, they buttoned it up. They lost 27-0.
63-0 over a doubleheader. Jesus Murphy.
I'm sorry to laugh. It's just terrible. Okay, so all right.
That's the most terrible doubleheader score I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, so they're 0-2. We regroup, right? Their next doubleheader was canceled. I don't know if it was canceled because of weather.
Or the other team went, we're not playing you fucking guys. We're going to put up a 100.
So their next doubleheader was against St. Joseph's of Long Island. Another doubleheader. They lost 14-1 and 29-1. At least they scored. What kind of pitching staff is this? Now, in their defense, they lost 2 games of a doubleheader against John Jay College. Both scores were.
In their first 4 games, they gave up 105 runs and scored 2.
Manhattanville beat them March 28th, 30-3.
Well, get a little better. Putting up a few extra runs there.
I can't believe they won a game this year. Like,
wow.
Who the hell? I think I might be talking out of school here, but if I made millions this weekend and I didn't have to work, I think I could be a starting pitcher for Yeshiva University. I might try out.
You know what? I mean, I'm 51 years old. I could give it a go at some position. I don't know. There's got to be some. I mean, seriously. That's bad.
My God. Joe Lay, thanks for writing in and giving us that inspiration. I can't believe those scores. That was crazy. We'll be right back. Falcon, stay tuned. We have some good topics on the back end here. What just happened? A couple of quick commercials. We won't be gone long. Stick around. Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right. At 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12 Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 12OZE and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like exam.
Work it, Falcon. Work it.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
You know what I just realized? The Yeshiva scores, because Illinois Wesleyan's live on 12 Ounce Sports, almost all their sporting events. If you're up by 10 after 7, the game's over. So that 36-0 game was in 7 innings, not even 9.
Oh my God.
Imagine if they had to play it out. It would have been like in 50s.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's ridiculous.
That might be the worst baseball team. They have a win though. They have a win. Good for them. I'm actually happy for them. Hey, what are you drinking now? You got something?
I got this Saucy Brewworks out of Cleveland. It's called What's His Nuts.
You're real.
The good old peanut butter coffee stout. That thing is absolutely 100% amazing.
You're a real saucy fella, I've heard.
So good.
Wear what we tell you to wear. Golf dress code is outdated. Before I go into this, like, I've always had a problem with this. Like, my joke at the office is golf is the only recreational activity where you go to the course and they're like, you wear what we tell you to wear. You pay us what we tell you to pay. You play at the pace we tell you to play. You're going to suck at it, but hurry up and get the fuck off our course. Like, this stuff's outdated, right?
Yeah, totally outdated for sure.
So this happened, I think Wednesday. A prominent college golf coach from Arizona State, this guy right here, he went to the driving range. And I feel like I like golf. Okay. I golf. I think the rules, like the etiquette rules and stuff, are like antiquated. It's, think about it. The Masters had to be basically forced legally to allow minorities and women to be members. Like,
right.
And
it was pretty
part
bad.
of that, thanks to Tiger Woods being such a good golfer.
Right.
But this coach, who's a prominent golf coach, He went to the driving range. So if you're a patron, you're not allowed to call them fans when they're at the Masters. They have to be called patrons. You're not allowed to say fans. They chastise the media if they call them fans. They're patrons. If you're a patron to the event, you can wear whatever you want. But if you go to any playing area, the practice green, the chipping green, the driving range, or if you're an actual player, you're not allowed to have shorts on. They escorted this prominent coach out of the driving range area like he committed a crime because he had shorts on. What just happened?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, because he had shorts on.
What?
Like, this stuff's outdated, right? Come on.
Totally outdated. Totally outdated. Yes, 100%. Like, what just happened?
I don't think my Irish neighbors to the north, the Scottish, when they got drunk and created golf, gave a damn what your dress code was. Because I'm going to give you guys a little history lesson. Golf was created by the Scottish. Originally, it was 12 holes. You know what? The reason it went to 18 holes, they realized it took 18 shots, one shot per hole, to finish the bottle of whiskey. So they made it 18 holes, and that's where the term shot came from. Do you think they gave a crap if somebody showed up, old Seamus showed up in shorts?
Not a damn care in the world, because they're wearing their fucking kilts.
These rich white folks ruin everything, I swear to God.
Yeah, they do. All these hoity-toity rich white folks.
Now, the Masters par 3 is actually pretty cool. So the opening video, we showed you the little girl. That's Rory McIlroy, my fellow Irishman's daughter, making a long putt. This happened not this year, a few years, but the par 3 on Wednesdays is actually a pretty cool event. They play an all par 3 course there at the Masters. A lot of the guys let their kids shoot, or their wives caddy, stuff like that. Watch this, Falcon. This was John Rahm just a few short years ago. I know you haven't seen this. They have a tradition of skipping it over this pond on this particular hole and seeing how well they could shoot. Now, some of them don't even make it. Rory McIlroy, the guy I just mentioned, I think hit a turtle yesterday.
I actually saw this shot.
Yeah. Crazy.
Amazing.
So, but the thing it made as an amateur hack golfer, I think of all the shots I've made where it wasn't a good shot. Like I shanked it hit a tree and then bounced onto the green. Have you had many of those experiences?
I mean, not really. It's just usually it's a shit show. I mean, you golfed with me once. It's a shit show. I hit it into the woods, and I keep going through the woods because I got to keep finding my ball behind various trees as I go along the way.
That was one of my worst rounds, by the way. But I wasn't in much of a condition to golf after the concert we were at.
Me neither. I definitely was not in any shape. So maybe this year will be a little bit better.
I think I told you that day, we either got to get moving by 11 a.m. or I might as well just drive home.
Yeah, I think that was it. And we were both kind of rough, I think.
And then my dumb ass thought, let's go golfing. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, but it was a good day.
So Pat McAfee, you know who he is?
Oh, yeah.
This is what just happened, and it's also stupid human behavior. He put on this big show in Pittsburgh last night. It was a live show in the arena. I think it was PPG Paints Arena where they play hockey. I have two clips from this. The next one's a little longer, but this is dumb human behavior only because we love doing this. So here you go.
Get the fuck out!
That's why you're so successful. I'll tell you one time. Season 2 debut on Netflix. Congratulations. And I'll say this about Shane.
Guy's ass is out.
Yeah, it is.
All he has tonight to make an appearance. Hell yeah.
Gotta leave it to Pittsburgh.
Dumb human behavior. Folks, the reason we play dumb human behavior is just to remind you how stupid it looks when you're on all fours getting pummeled in the head. And it could have happened to either one, but look how dumb. It's just so stupid. What just happened?
Oh my God.
Now,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's Pittsburgh.
Well, a little more fun scene at that. This is a little lighter, but Shane Gillis was part of the show, but they had a sumo match.
So, Alicia, we cannot have a sumo match without
Just full disclosure, I think sumo wrestling's hilarious. That's why I wanted this to be a topic.
a special guest referee. Who would that be here tonight?
That's right, Michael Cole. I've got the right guy for the job. Please help me welcome special guest Gochi referee. He is a commander.
What? Shane Gillis. Shane, have they heard your
He and Ishii feel more at home.
actually a master
Instructions. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear you.
All right, I can't hear anything. I want a good, clean fight. All right, no fucking punches below the belt, and just fucking respect. Also, for the record, they told me I should do the voice. This is not racist.
Good disclaimer.
All right. Yep.
Good bow.
Good bow. I got a good bow. This is nice.
What are they doing? The Ichi crowd really coming alive here, Michael Cole.
Once again, though, look at Hiroki.
What just happened? Only Pat McAfee could pull this off. This is crazy. Have you ever watched sumo wrestling?
No, I mean, I've seen clips, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. So, yeah.
It's an ultimate what just happened. I don't understand the sport.
Again, I still say, like, get me some fucking sumo wrestlers, put them on the offensive line or the defensive line, because they are going to maul people, dude.
You would think, right? But
I mean,
well, have you watched? You haven't watched sumo wrestling. They're going to hold. They're going to get holding calls a lot.
yeah, okay.
Part of it is holding by the waist, I think, and shoving. So I don't know if that's going to translate to the football field.
Yeah, the whole part, the shoving would, right? You're going to block, right? You're going to block.
Well, yeah.
So that movement would be, but the hold or whatever, that definitely is not good.
Yeah, I think they grip by the old diaper waist there, or whatever it is. Let's get through this next one, because the last subject I have might spark a 10-minute discussion, and I don't want to run over, although we may be short. I don't know. Tyreek, put the baby down. Put the baby down, Tyreek. Tyreek Hill, if you don't know him, Falcon, his nickname is the Cheetah.
Yep, I know Tyreek.
Fastest. I mean, he went viral this last season because he got arrested or almost arrested on the way to the stadium speeding.
Yes.
But apparently he got in a domestic dispute where the news caught it, and this was the news report. He had a baby in his hand.
Story you saw exclusively first on 10. Police responding to a domestic dispute at the home of Miami Dolphin star Tyreek Hill.
His mother-in-law calling the cops after an incident involving his wife and the couple's baby. Local 10's Terrell from a line now in Sunny Isles Beach with the details for us. Terrell.
And Calvin, this is on record as a verbal domestic dispute. We know that an emergency call was made to the police department here in Sunny Isles Beach. Officers showed up to this building and interviewed everyone involved, including that star Miami Dolphins player. Carrying a baby in his arms, Tyreek Hill is seen on video from the balcony of his high-rise oceanfront condo as police are en route to his unit.
Battery to the daughter, the subject is the husband on scene.
The 911 call was made Monday by Tyreek's mother-in-law, Alicia Vaccaro, after she witnessed a feud between the married couple.
Subject is Tyreek Hill.
An incident report says Vaccaro told officers that Tyreek is very aggressive and impulsive.
Like, what's he done with the baby? That's where I have, like, people argue, couples argue, but what's he doing with the baby in his hand looking over the balcony? That concerns me, right?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, but I also don't want to jump to any conclusions there. I don't know. It does make me a little nervous. I won't lie. Weird optics, right? I mean, Yeah.
You know what it reminded me of? This is stupid, but Michael Jackson holding his baby over the.
Oh God, yeah. So everybody could see the baby.
Yeah, it's like don't go near tall buildings, balconies with a baby, please.
Yeah, just not a good look.
Like leave the baby out of it. Like
Yeah.
I don't
baby down, right?
Yeah, Tyreek, put the baby down. Like I don't understand these guys. They're on top of the world. They have so much money, and they get in these crazy situations. Like, do you think it's the person, or do you think it's the money? Do you think he would be like that no matter what?
No, I think money drives some of these people crazy when they get there at some point. You know, I really do. I think it changes people. It does. Money does change people. So
You just think they think they're bulletproof and nothing's going to happen. They can do whatever they want.
I mean, at some point, think about it. You're kind of in your own like ecosystem at that point, right? I mean, you're not a regular person anymore. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so yeah, I think it changes some people. I think it would change most people.
All right. We've got through the silliness. Now I want your opinion on this because I know you're a baseball fan. You tipped me off to we're T-Mobile users, so we get free MLB. I've been watching more baseball in the first week of the season than I did last year. Does Major League Baseball need radical change? So this article came out. I think we're going to have a good discussion here. This article came out, and they suggested that Major League Baseball needs some kind of change to their system. Now, the obvious answer is a salary cap. But aside from salary caps, we do have, and a reason Pirates fans have bags on their heads is because the Pirates are the lowest payroll. I had printouts for my Monday night show that I probably threw away. No, I had the payrolls for each team.
Oh, yep.
The Pirates were not the last. The Miami Marlins were the bottom. But the Pirates are one of them that are notorious for, barely spending any money. So I have this article up, Falcon. I want your opinion because they have some interesting ideas for how to fix teams. Because this article states, overall attendance is nearly flat year over year through 100 total games. I want to get to where on August 1st last year, there were 12 teams with less than a 10% chance of reaching the playoffs and 8 with less than 1% chance. That means teams weren't even trying at that point, Falcon. Like they had almost no chance in August, midway through the season, to even make the playoffs. And they're unloading people from the roster to unload salary. On August 1st, 2022, there were 13 teams with less than 10% chance postseason and 12 with chances under 1%. This is in the expanded playoff era. So it's easy. It's even easier to get into the playoffs.
Yep.
The Rockies, Colorado Rockies, had playoff chances that have been in the 0 percentile in each of the last 3 seasons by August 1st. 0% chance. They're not even trying. So this writer suggests a few changes, okay? The bottom 3 teams from the AL and the NL, if you're one of the 3 worst teams in the AL or NL at the end of this season, you are not eligible for a wild card the next season unless you win your division.
Oh.
So if you tank this year, you're guaranteed to not make the playoffs next year unless you finish in first place in your division. They think this would incentivize teams to try a little harder to not finish. And maybe you could alter that. Maybe it's the worst team in the AL and the NL.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the 2 worst teams, whatever.
Right. Whatever that is. Right. Right.
But other than that, what else can they do? What you can't force an owner to spend money. Like,
Well, if there's a salary cap, you can, because then there's there's the minimum salary for the team, right? Because that's how it is in the NFL. There's a floor and there's a ceiling. You have to spend between these dollar amounts is basically what it boils down to.
Well, that's why I need you. I didn't think of that option. Yeah, I mean, if you if you force teams to have a floor,
yes.
The Marlins have a $67 million payroll, while the Mets have a $323 million payroll.
Exactly.
So the Marlins could essentially field, what is it? 120 to 4, 5, 5.5 of the Mets teams.
But reverse of that.
Based on salaries.
Right.
So at 67 million, you could field 5.5 teams to match what the Mets are paying for their roster.
Yep.
Like that's not gonna.
It's not sustainable.
I know, and I understand. Like the Guardians that are 100 million, that's still 223 million under the biggest, and they made the playoffs last year. But you remember when we did our show last year, going into the playoffs, I think the Tigers had, their team salary, playoff salary.
It was under 20 million.
Was slightly less than Garrett Cole, who was starting for the Yankees as a pitcher. Like, I think you're right. I think the salary cap's the first thing that needs to fall on baseball. And it's not like, baseball doesn't think they have a problem because they've had so many combinations of champions over the last 20, 30 years that they don't think they have a problem. But they do have a problem because there's at least 15 teams in the league that are never in the hunt for the playoffs.
And I would argue that there's 10. We could probably go down the list if you and I wanted to, like live even, right? And pointing out the teams, they will never compete. They just won't.
Right.
They just won't. Like, okay, so I can sit here off the top of my head and tell you, and when I say compete, they're just not going to put the money into the hat into the ring to spend the money ever, right? That's going to be your Florida Marlins. It's going to be Tampa Bay, although they've had a few, they had a few anomalies, right? That's what I'll call them over the years. Those two will never spend money. The Pirates, the Guardians are kind of down near the bottom on that one as well.
Well, don't forget, I just said the Colorado Rockies going into this season.
Oh, yeah, Rockies.
The past 3 years, the Rockies had 0% chance of making the playoffs by August 1st. August.
Insane.
Yes.
You have 2 full months of the season left at that point. You still have, a third of the season left at that point.
And
you still got basically 50. You're at about a 55 games left mark, and you're out. How many teams are out?
Like 20.
Jesus,
no, not 20. I'm sorry.
It was like 10 or 15, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where they had no chance whatsoever, a 0% chance, and you still got a 30-year season left.
Let's not forget the White Sox are off to a 2-10 season this year, and they had a historically bad season last year.
They did.
Yeah.
What was their payroll?
Oh, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah,
I knew you were going to ask that. The White Sox are 4th worst, 82 million. They're less than the Pirates.
Wow.
So the worst payrolls are Miami Marlins are the worst. The A's, who don't even have a home, they're playing in a minor league stadium in Sacramento right now. Tampa Bay, White Sox, and Pirates are the 5 lowest. The Guardians are the next lowest, and they could be a playoff team. So maybe they figured something out. I don't know.
Yeah, the Tigers right now, I know that they're near the top of the Central Division, and I'm sure their payroll is not astronomically higher than last year.
Tigers are. Why am I not seeing them? The Tigers are middle of the pack, 17th. 143.2 million is their payroll.
Well, they've increased quite a bit then over the since last year. But that's how you're supposed to see. Again, like that's a good example, right? This is an example of what you should be doing, right? They had an extremely low payroll last year. They made the playoffs. They invested. They moved themselves up the payroll ladder, and they invested in the team, right?
Yeah,
they invested either whether it's better contracts, keeping guys around, and pulling in a few guys here and there, and now they started off the season very well. So.
And now we expired an hour. We made it. We made it. Baseball needs a fix. I think it's a salary cap. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think we hit the nail on the head. What just happened? Thursday's new Friday. Stay backstage. We're going to get some gaming plans going. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a